Dan Normalman.
Today's headlines include the Billboard Hot 100, DACA, and the environment. Real or liberal hoax?
That's right, we've got an exciting show planned for today, but first, the weather.
Kelvin degrees here, and lucky for us, we're staying dry and warm in the upper 70s here in the eastern part of campus. But it looks like it's going to be a tough week for those in West Campus. There's going to be some serious flooding all along that area all week. Your best course of action is to get out while the roads are still dry. Otherwise, the death toll of these floods could go real high.
Thank you, Kelvin.
Hey Dan, what detergent do flood victims use to wash their clothes? Tide. I got another one for you. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Flood victims.
You better be careful, Kelvin, or you'll be in hot water.
That was a wave of important information. We'll be right back after these important messages.
Still drinking out of plain old plastic cups? Want something new and exciting? Try Color Co's new color-changing cups. Now you can feel like you're drinking purple Kool-Aid with just plain old water.
Glossy, volume, nourishment, beautiful. Buy this.
Welcome back to Fox News. Here are your headlines for today.
Mariah Carey fans nearly rioted last week when Justin Bieber's summer hit Despacito nearly broke Carey's record for most consecutive weeks at #1 on the Hot 100 chart. Luckily, Mariah Carey and Taylor Swift fans banded together and listened to Swift's new single, Look What You Made Me Do, for hours on end until it finally overtook Despacito.
In other news, a very reliable new study finds that trap music increases workplace productivity. Researchers at the Baltimore Science Facility found that one office's productivity skyrocketed by a whole 10% after a nightclub moved into the building next door. Companies across the country are making arrangements to add trap music to their workplaces.
Very interesting, Danny. Beloved President Trump has ordered an end to the Deferred Action for Child Arrivals, or DACA, an executive order program that protects children that were brought into the country illegally before they turned 16 from deportation.
You know, there are a lot of people being unnecessarily harsh on the president for this one. They should really be holding President Obama accountable for making this just an executive order and not something more permanent.
I agree completely. And now, with all these hurricanes coming around, global climate change has been a hot item in the news.
Joining us today to talk about this climate change theory is Dr. Rebecca Boron of Atmospheric and Environmental Research. Good morning, Rebecca.
Good morning, Dan, and I'm so glad you brought this up because when you say theory like that, it's promoting a misconception about the use of the word in science, and you make it sound like this is just something we're making up instead of the well-tested, generally accepted fact that it is.
Well, a new study found that only 97% of scientific journals published regarding the environment support this climate change theory. How do you account for that other 3%?
Yes, well, actually, in the same study, they sampled some of the journals that didn't support a human-accelerated global climate change, and they found that the journals had a pattern of systemic error, they left out information that didn't support their claims, and had other malpractices that became evident when looking at the group as a whole.
But since this is not a 100% agreed on fact, there are many people who think we shouldn't be using our resources for the EPA when they could be going to underfunded departments like the military to protect our country.
Also, if the world is getting hotter, why was it cold this morning?
Well, just because...
And that's all the time we have for you today. Thank you, Dr. Boring, for your factual input.
For our final story today, we have some special footage for our viewers. Take a look at these adorable puppies. Oh, they are just so cute, aren't they?
They are. Well, for Faux News, I'm Dan Normalman.
And I'm Susie A. Ridge. Thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 for more news.